Linda Susan Borman was born into a strict, Catholic household in the Bronx, New York. Her father, John Borman, was a police officer. Her mother, Dorothy, was a conservative homemaker with strong religious convictions. The family moved to Yonkers when Linda was a child. She attended Catholic schools and was described as shy and obedient. Her early life, however, was marked by isolation and a strained relationship with her mother, which she would later describe as emotionally abusive. Linda's debut. At 20, she became pregnant and gave birth to a son out of wedlock. The child was given up for adoption, a traumatic experience that haunted her for the rest of her life. She later moved to Florida to start anew, which is where her life would take a dramatic turn. Linda met Charles Chuck Traynor in the late 1960s. Traynor became her boyfriend, later her husband, and ultimately the man who introduced her to mature films. Under his coercive influence, she appeared in early 8mm loop films, marking her unofficial debut in hardcore cinema. In 1972, Linda starred in Deep Throat, a low-budget mature film written and directed by Gerard Damiano. The film revolved around a woman requiring oral to achieve satisfaction. It became a cultural phenomenon and the first mature film to be widely shown in mainstream cinemas, thanks to the chic wave of the early 1970s. The phenomenon of Deep Throat. Despite a modest budget of around $25,000, Deep Throat grossed over $100 million worldwide, an unprecedented figure in mature cinema. Linda Lovelace was catapulted to fame, becoming the poster girl for the sexual revolution. Her name became synonymous with mature film. Playboy, mainstream magazines, and late-night talk shows embraced her. But Linda was not enjoying her fame. Despite her smiling public persona, she later revealed that her role in Deep Throat was not consensual. Behind the smile, abuse and coercion. In the early 1980s, Linda Lovelace published Ordeal, a harrowing autobiography in which she alleged that she had been a victim of trafficking at the hands of Chuck Traynor. She claimed he beat her, raped her, and forced her into mature performances at gunpoint. She described being a puppet with no voice, enduring physical and emotional abuse, and being threatened into submission. These revelations sparked national debates about the darker side of the mature film industry. Feminist icons like Gloria Steinem supported her, reframing Linda as a symbol of abuse, not sexual liberation. Many in the mature industry disputed her claims, but Linda stood firm. She later testified before a U.S. Senate committee about the harms of mature films, marking a radical transformation from mature film star to anti-crusader. Life after fame. Linda Lovelace attempted to distance herself from her mature film past. She remarried, this time to Larry Marciano, a construction worker, with whom she had 2 children. She lived quietly in Colorado for many years and worked various jobs to make ends meet. Though she faded from public view, her legacy remained contested. Feminists hailed her as a survivor. Some sex-positive advocates and industry veterans accused her of rewriting history for attention or redemption. She published 2 more autobiographies, Out of Bondage, 1986, and Take It From Me, 1980, reaffirming her allegations and painting a deeply complex portrait of trauma, manipulation, and recovery. Death and legacy. On April 3, 2002, Linda was critically injured in a car accident in Denver, Colorado. She died on April 22, 2002, after being removed from life support. She was 53 years old. Her death reignited debate over her life and legacy. Was she a victim, an icon, or both? In 2013, her life was dramatized in the biopic Lovelace, starring Amanda Seyfried and Peter Sarsgaard. The film tried to navigate the contradictions of her story, her meteoric rise in mature film, her harrowing accusations, and her complex search for identity and peace. Cultural impact. Linda Lovelace remains a polarizing and iconic figure. She represents the rise of mature cinema into the cultural mainstream. The intersection of feminism and mature films, particularly debates around agency, exploitation, and freedom. The transformation from symbol to survivor, a woman who tried to reclaim her voice after years of silence. She was inducted into the XRCO, X-Rated Critics Organization, Hall of Fame in the early 1980s, despite her later activism against mature films. Linda Lovelace's life was one of contradiction, celebrated and exploited, silenced and outspoken, idolized and condemned. Her story is not just about Deep Throat or mature cinema, it is a cautionary tale about power, control, and the price of fame. Whether viewed as a pioneer, a victim, or a complicated mixture of both, Linda Lovelace's legacy continues to provoke thought, debate, and re-evaluation in modern discussions around sexuality, media, and women's rights.